Giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah HaKadosh. Want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 and the rest of the men, women, and children of the elect. I'm your brother Magun Shalamar from the GMS camp here in Philly, Plain Tables camp. This video is, I guess the title of this video will be what they say here, Tears and Regret for America. You know, these Edomites, so-called white man. Now, not every so-called white person is an Edomite. They are, you know, Jake has been mixed in with all nations. So some Edomites out there that look like a so-called, some white people out there look like they may be an Edomite, but they're actually an Israelite. You know, just like there's not all so-called black people that look like they're Jake. Their bloodline or their seed line goes back to Israel, goes back to a heathen nation. So what I'm saying is these so-called white people here, these Edomites here, they are starting to feel what we've felt since we've been put on the bottom, since the Lord took us out of our land. He took away our heritage. He took away our wealth. He took away our common knowledge of who we were. You know, he took away our culture. And, you know, we have been sent away out of the land. We've been scattered. And so with all that being said, we've been on the bottom. Jake, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, we're suffering. You know, but that suffering is coming to an end, because the Lord said he's going to put the same curses on our enemies. And this is what you're starting to see, that the Lord is starting to reverse the curses now and putting it on these heathen nations. All of these heathen nations are an enemy to the Israelites, starting with the top international banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Murdochs, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers. You see, they are the main Edomites, the small hats that are in control of this whole entire world, that is going to bring about the MOTB, which is the RFID chip. That's their last hurrah that they're going to try to do in order to enslave the whole world. And by enslaving the whole world, they want to enslave all the Israelites, so they can steal back so they can get back their inheritance, if they can destroy the Israelites. But they don't realize that the Lord has always kept a remnant, which are the elect, that's not going to bow down to take that chip. You understand? So we're seeing this take place, where the curses are so-called backfiring on our enemies, because we're at the end of this thing, and we're only waiting for the MOTB to come out, then destruction, then deliverance from Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and then the kingdom. So with that, I'm gonna play this video. It's fair use, not for monetary gain, but for educational purpose only. Fair use.
Does America feel great again?
No, not at all. You know, I can get laid off tomorrow, then I'm pretty much homeless. Because, you know, you can't save now. Every dollar you have has to go to gas, groceries, bills, rent.
Does America feel great again?
Not in the way everyone wanted, with gas prices, and you can't afford to breathe at this point.
What does it feel like to be living in these conditions right now, in these economic conditions right now?
Hurt, very hurt. I try to do, sorry, I cried. I try to do a lot for my kids, and I can't do much.
It's hard, especially as a father, because you ain't got that extra cash to go and spoil your kids. So it's pretty difficult.
The middle class is definitely being affected, yeah. low class might as well, crawl in a hole because they can't afford anything. Drill, baby, drill just didn't go, I don't think.
You still can't beat inflation, no matter what. Well, it seems we never catch up, no matter what. We're always behind the 8 ball.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. You see, so all the curses that we went through, Deuteronomy 28, you're going to start seeing all these curses fall back on our enemies that hate us. You see? So this is what we're seeing. And this is why, we, starting with Elder Apostle to her on down from Great Millstone, been on the highways and hedges over 40-something years, our Elder Apostles. And they've been preaching this 100% truth gospel about the times we're living in. And we're starting to see the fruition of it come to pass, that we know we're in the last days of this. We see the prophecies flying off the table, and this is one of them. We never, in my 50 plus years of life, I never seen these many Edomites crying, because they have so much pride that, when Jake was going through his torment, going through the depression during the 80s, the 70s, and all of that, they always was come on TV and say, "Oh, everything is fine. Oh, we doing great," especially on that damn Ronald Reagan. Everything is fine. I think this economy is flowing very well. When Bush baby was up in president, oh, everything is fine. Everything is, well, I think he's doing a great job. Just immune to the hell we was catching when we was talking about the prices and they cutting food stamps and they cutting welfare, and they is making it hard to get housing for the poor. Oh well, they need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. You see? So now we're starting to see this. This is Jeremiah 49. We'll start at verse 12. It says, "For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." You see? You never thought you thought you was not gonna get no punishment. That you can be the devil on this earth, the most wickedest, vile set of people on this earth. Esau, Edom, especially especially the Amaleks. The Amalekites. The most vile people, the most greedy, murdering, thievery people on this earth. Who created the most wickedest stuff on this earth, and you think you won't go unpunished. But the Lord said you're gonna go unpunished, and you're gonna surely drink of this cup. And guess what? Verse 13 says, "For I have sworn by myself, said Yahweh." He sworn by himself that Bozrah, which is United States of America, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. All of that. A desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. Let's go into desolation. Desolation, Shema. It says astonishment, desolation, desolate, a waste, wonderful, waste, horror, appallment, a waste, a land, a city, appallment, horror. See that? It's gonna be horror, a waste, wonderful thing. It'll be so wonderfully destroyed. It's going to be done so wonderfully. The Lord is going to destroy this place with a magnificently, you know. It's going to be an astonishment, ruin. He's not playing with this place, man. You've seen your best of your days. You've seen the height of the highest of the hill. You know. You're coming down now. You're coming from that heaven. You're falling. Yahweh Shah said, I seen Satan fall like lightning. When he was on earth, walking on this earth, their kingdom started to fall in. That was over 2,000 years ago. So how much more have they gotten closer and closer to their kingdom downfall? It says, let's see. So we got reproach. Let's get curse. All right. Curse is Kuala. Kuala. Okay. It says curse, cursing, a curse, a vilification, execration, vilifying. So let's go into the root word, qualal. It says swift, a swifter, curse, light thing, vile, lighter, despised, abated. In the biblical usage, to be slight, be swift by trifling, be of little account, be light. Third one says to make despicable, trifling. God, we even say trifling, to appear trifling, be too trifling, be insignificant. See that? Everything is bad. That's what's going to be to this place called Babylon the Great, which is America. Let's get one more. Reproach. Karataza. Salaki. Karapa. And it says reproach, shame, taunt, scorn, a reproach. See? Disgrace, rebuke. This is what this place is to the Lord, man. He swore by his name. This is how America feel about. This is how Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah feel about America. So all those people crying, you think the Lord is listening and say, oh, I'm gonna take back my word. He swore in his own name that he's gonna make this place what he said he was gonna make, a reproach. You see? A waste, a curse, a desolation. So yeah, it's over with. And for us, we're happy. You know, we're those of in the truth, we're happy. One West, we're happy. Great Millstone, we're happy. Because we see the prophecies coming off, man. We know we're almost up out of here. Almost up from underneath this devil, man. Because Esau, Edom, this is his kingdom, man. This still is his heaven. He's still he's still the Lord of this world, man. He's still the God of these people here on earth. They still worship this devil, man. They call it Jesus, but his real name is Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Yah means he, Yahweh Shah, is deliverer. He's the savior of his people, Israel. So-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian. He sits on the right-hand side of his father, who sits on the throne, Yahweh. Yah is he, Hawa is to be, or he exists. He's the Ancient of Days, man. He always existed. He has no beginning, no ending. And he's given all power to Yahweh Shah. And Yahweh Shah can't wait to come back down here and destroy this place along with them ICBM missiles. destroy this place called America. You know, and we can't wait. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. It says, looking for and hastening unto the coming day of the Most High, Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved. Yeah, because when that World War III kicks off, the ICBM missiles is going to kick off, and it's going to be, everything is going to dissolve here in America and over there in Israel. But Israel going to be rebuilt. But this whole, everything is going to burn. It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Yeah, from the ICBM missiles. From that Revelation chapter 7, from that destroying wind. See? From the ICBM missiles and from Yahweh Shai in them chariots beaming down those laser beams. Pure laser. That Esau intelligence can't reproduce. They can't reproduce the fire that Yahweh Shah has in them laser beams when he come down with those so-called, what people think as UFOs, but we know they're the chariots of Israel. You know? Verse 13 said, nevertheless, we according, Salak, let me finish. It said, looking for and hastening until the coming day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Yeah, because there's going to be a new rulership. Yahweh Shai is going to set up his kingdom here on earth, man. Ruled by Yahweh Shai, King David, and the rest of the elect, 144,000. See? And there's going to be a new earth because it's going to be renewed. This whole earth is going to be rejuvenated. It's not going to be an actual, this earth is going to be done away with. No, it's going to be renewed. Only thing that's not going to be renewed or rejuvenated is this place called America. This place is going to be, like the Lord said, it's going to be a curse. No one's going to live here except for wild animals. So, you know, even though, you know, the so-called American people over here is crying, we're rejoicing. We're happy because we know we're almost up out of here. We just have to suffer through this Jacob's trouble, man. And remember that RFID chip is the MOTB. You do not take it because you can't buy or sell without it. You got to have total faith on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that he's going to save us up out of here. He's going to deliver us in that hour temptation. Take care of us. If we, Lord's willing, we them men, we them people. Because the elect makes up the 144,000 men and the innumerable multitude of men, women, and children. That makes up, those groups makes up the entire elect. So with that, I pray you edify, call all Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Makar HaKadash. Again, double honor to the elder apostles, great millstone, rule well. Shalom.